Hello everyone! Welcome back into another episode of Last Protagonist Plays Fallout New Vegas and its DLCs. Today we'll be heading into the Lonesome Road DLC because we sort of completed the Honest Hearts DLC yesterday, in which I kind of restarted from scratch and I was trying to see what the NPCs were about, and some shenanigans happened along the way, and I did some murder hobo stuff before reloading my save where I had already completed the DLC because I wasn't enjoying the options in the story. So what had happened was we met Joshua Graham, and he told us to give some supplies to Daniel, which is kind of annoying, so that way we could get the map to get the hell out of this place. And one second here. Sorry about that. I had a coughing fit. So Joshua Graham wanted us to give some supplies to Daniel the Mormon, so that way the Mormon would eventually give us the map to get the hell out of the place. So we did that, and then Daniel tried to coerce us into helping him even more. I'm like, bro, what the hell? You altered the terms of the deal. Pray I don't alter it further. And then he told me to stop complaining, and I was like, all right, give me the map. And he said no, so I was like, all right. You had an option. You chose poorly, so I killed him, and essentially just had the same ending that I got the original time around, except with a little bit more context, I guess. So since nothing was really going to be changing for me at that point, I decided to just go back and reload the save after I had completed the DLC the first time, and so rip the run there. I guess I could have gone back and like killed Joshua Graham and stuff, but I didn't really have a reason to. It just felt like a really weird way to strong-arm me into doing the DLC content when I honestly didn't see any real motivating factor for my character to have wanted to go through it other than being like a goody two-shoes or agreeing to go through some fetch quests. So that was kind of dumb to me on the part of the character, but sometimes that happens. Like, if I could have just left the DLC on my own and then other shenanigans happened along the way that really prevented me from leaving, that would have been one thing. But the fact that the only thing that was effectively stopping me from trying to go back to the Mojave was just a text saying, oh, you can't go back the way you came, I might have handled it a bit better, but that's not what happened. So anyway, hey Tanner, how's it going? Welcome back in. Wait, where's my mouse? There it is. Let me do this real quick. Only my computer would cooperate. There. Alright, so the last thing that I did before ending the stream a little bit early yesterday was some inventory management to put myself directly outside of the Divide and going into the Lonesome Road DLC. We've definitely had a lot of build-up to this, starting in Prim, with the other courier setting us up to get shot in the head, essentially. And then, wait, what the hell is all this? I don't care about that anymore. So we also got some more. I think there was a little bit of stuff with the courier in Honest Hearts, but I don't remember what that was anymore. And there was definitely a lot more stuff with the courier and Catherine, or Christine in the, what do you call it, DLC? Dead Money. And then there was even more with the courier guy in Old World Blues. So it's been a long time coming. I'm excited to see what this is. And knowing the way that I've gone through the game, I'm probably going to break it and hate it. So, time to murder hobo our way through this final DLC. Tanner's not bad. At least Lonesome Road features something like... It features something the other three don't? Okay. Time to see. Travel to the Divide. The coordinates you received lead you to this canyon filled with storm-tossed wreckage. Beyond lies the Divide. Lonesome Road is intended for blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Let me double check. Whoops. I didn't read the two options. I thought the bottom one would cancel. I was going to double check my inventory, but I'm pretty sure I did that before I came here. Poison removed. I was poisoned. Right. Grease lightning. Yeah, we're still pretty good. Oh yeah, I also fixed up my leather armor to be gecko back to leather armor right before the end of last night's stream. Not sure how good that'll do me. Alright. We were told there's nothing in the divide, but everything pertaining to the old world if you know how to look. I guess. Thanks, Skeleguy. Oh. Hold on. Before I do that, let's make a real save. Learn from our mistakes last time. Okay, now here we go. Past the canyon wreckage. The silo. Wait. They cheated me. That last duffel bag was so much nicer. The reunion. Spooky. Hey, Stella, welcome back in. How you doing? Let it all end. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to jump there. I don't think we're gonna have Gale pointing us the way to go. Wait, nails are ammo, aren't they? Hey, Mendacious, how's it going? What a lonesome road. Oh, what are you talking about? I got all you guys to keep me company, right? Just admiring some of the landscape, so to speak. Hopeville Silo Bunker. Building the American dream on solid ground. Hopeville Ballistic Defense Station, authorized to military personnel only. We're assuming that's Enclave. We've seen that a lot. Whoa. Other places. So I'm assuming that's the old world flag and whatnot. Guess I don't remember it well enough from the other Fallouts. You can go home, courier. Lonesome road. Reactor. Utility. Security measures inactive on all three. Main power offline. Silo blast door controls. Pro Gamer Digest. This console controls access to the silo itself, but it is encrypted beyond your ability to hack. You'll need to find something that can break the encryption in order to proceed. Uh-huh. This door is locked. It needs electricity before opening. Powering up a missile silo. What can go wrong? Evil brain pod. Arc welder. Breathing mask. I feel like that might be important. This is for radiation. It's Eddie. Bot pod status. It's locked. Alright, we know that. Commissary notice. Attention all base personnel. The automated commissary system has been locked down until further notice. It turns out that the counterfeit-proof pay chits we've been issuing to you are exactly the same size and shape as ordinary bottle caps. Until we can correct the problem, you'll have to make your purchases the old-fashioned way. Staff Sergeant Lansky. Oops. Attention all base personnel. This is just a reminder that all base commissary terminals draw from the same central depository. Please do not waste your time or the technicians by running from commissary to commissary. You won't get any more whiskey than you did from the first one. Staff Sergeant Lansky. Doesn't really give us much in the way of options. So we'll activate the evil robot. It's a prototype. Oh Lord, it's sparking. It is Eddie. Excited beeping. Eddie, what are you doing here? What do you mean you're not the Eddie I know? I don't like when they do this in this game. You'd better level with me, trash can, or I might stuff you back in that pod. This silo must have been some pretty advanced engineering facilities to remote scan you and build copies. What? You're not the Eddie I know? I don't like this. I'm gonna ignore this option because it annoys me. I think I could use your help getting out of here. Can you come with me?
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready.
Oh, it actually is Eddie?
Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
That's a recording from your development. Are you saying you can override electronic security? Is that the voice of your creator? What happened to him? Great, maybe it'll be actually useful to me then. That's fascinating. Let's keep going. That's fascinating. Let's keep going. That's an impressive multi-tool suite you've got, but I can make all sorts of stuff with that. Hey, is that an Armco portable reloading bench built in you? That'll be handy. I've already known this stuff. Like you to replay one of those audio logs. Play the log about your ability to crack encrypted systems.
Experiment log 369. We've boosted signal. Yes.
Alright, whatever. Commissary terminal. Have Eddie unlock it. I thought it was supposed to be EDE. And I was goofing with the Eddie comments. Access Universal Repair Interface? Alright. Wow, does this just have like every item in the game almost? To be fair to the game, you can't bring base game companions into the DLC, so it's just compensating with story reasons. Red Glare Alpha Strike increases speed of rockets. Wait, is this literally every item in the game? No, it can't be, because I haven't seen any of the power armor and stuff. Riot gear? U.S. Army combat armor? Interesting. Too bad it's a medium. Oh, I forgot to ever get that other implant. Flashbang. Excited beeping. So Eddie is going to be able to override this. I didn't even have to interact with him. Restore Hopeville Silos power. That's another one. So this other courier is gonna nuke everything. iBot upgrade circuit board. You found a module on this broken iBot that can upgrade Eddie. Camarader. Okay. Not sure if I need any of these other components. Leave them be for now. 1 of 5. Find of all of Eddie's upgrade devices. So what we need to do is break these other robots. Scared beeping. Why the hell would I know what it emotes?
Dr. Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Whitley, there you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm to...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here.
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Sounds like Dr. Whitley really cared about you. Dr. Grant sounds like a war crime waiting to happen. That's a terrible story, Eddie, but we should get moving. Whatever, trash can. I really don't give a poop about your problems. Anyway. Hey, Johnny Drippin, welcome into the stream. You're watching? But if you're watching me, who's watching you? Alright, you're on screen, you are. That's a terrible story, Eddie, but we should get moving. Oh, wait. So that was Eddie? I thought it was like one of the other two that just popped in front of me randomly. Okay. Skeletons. Brother. Where did the other bots go? Alright, so before going this way, let's check the other spot, which is probably going to go nowhere. Hydraulics access level 3 requires a key. Makes more sense if you consider Eddie to be R2-D2. More like R3-D3. No, I don't know. To be honest, I've never really been a fan of that, even in Star Wars. I always felt it was a little bit odd for Han to be speaking English to Chewie, and Chewie to just be like, "Oh," and then I went to Japan, and it's kind of what happened. I had Japanese people speaking to me in English, and then I would reply to them in Japanese. I was like, oh god, maybe the Star Wars wasn't that too fantastic after all. I wonder what it could be. Electron charge pack? Sneaky beeping. Nail gun. Silent. Any fans of The Wire? I guess, in a way, they also had a nail gun of sorts in No Country for Old Men, right? Have I played the classics? I played a very tiny amount of Fallout 1, but I couldn't get into it. I also got the alien laser spacecraft to appear super, super early, which probably did not help. But I've also played Fallout 3. I've played a tiny bit of Fallout 4, but I burned myself out on Fallout 3. And I've played Oblivion and Skyrim a lot. So, not like the classics, but some of them. How about yourself, Johnny? Are you a big fan of the series? Collect. Perimeter breach contained in level 1? Was that me? Security level active. Deactivate second level robot security. Maybe I'll leave that alone for now, for the heck of it. And cry later. Hey, Mo, welcome back. How you doing? He's angry. He got me. Oh, wait. I should be using my other weapon, my paladin toaster. What is this? Is that the robot? It's the robot, isn't it? You're coping? Coping with what? Plasma Defender, security code. Alright, so that was nothing. We'll pull out the robo weapon for now. Our paladin toaster. I don't know if I've ever expressed it, but even though it's obviously not, in my headcanon, I'm literally wielding a toaster. And I'm like short-circuiting other robots with it. Coping with the weight of existence? That do be a doozy, Mo. The cool thing... Wait, what the hell is this? Marked Men Ravager? It's just like a skinned ghoul. But he has hair. Bowie knife. I remember... What's it called? I remember Shining Force 2. Yeah, that's it. with Bowie as the main character. Fun game. Stell, you say the language thing is just that tweet about how Han is the drug dealer they keep around because his best friend is Vowin Gyap, and none of them speak Vietnamese. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh Lord, they're coming! Baseball, doctor's bag. Oh. That's kind of a weak sentry bot. A little bit surprised after Old World Blues. I should probably get moving a little bit more. This terminal's damaged. I might be able to repair it. Yes, I will. So we hacked the turrets. So Mal, what are you struggling with exactly? Security. Uh-oh, he's looking. Oh Lord, he's looking. So this was the Overseer thing. General Martin Renslaff. Glad I can tell. The question is if he was ghoulified before he died or after. Tanner, it's wild seeing this done at the appropriate level. You usually dip in at like level 3 for loot and come back around level 10. Holy crap. U.S. Army General outfit. Ooh, it's light. Harmonica. My man must have played himself a banger before he banged himself. Deactivate personal sentry systems. Open personal sentry doors. Security status active. Let's just open the doors. Uh-oh. Wait, why is it not hostile? I always confuse the plasma rifles for my laser rifle. Pulse grenade, pulse plasma mine. Vowin Gyap was a North Vietnamese general and Chui was a general during the Clone Wars. Oh, really? Main entrance. Another arc welder. One of these days I might use my pre-war money. What the hell are you freaking out about? This? Mainframe controls? Fixing things. Arc. Ooh. So this is an electrical energy device. I don't know, I would have thought differently. You're Palpatine now. Holy crap. Tanner, you always assume these places and logs were old, but now you wonder if there are actually people here until recently. Stella says it's recent. Aw, man, of course. Mainframe is locked down with a secure military-grade encryption sequence. You'll need to find the security codes and upload them to Eddie to gain access to the mainframe. So do I have to interact with Eddie? Goodbye. Like the little portrait. Surely me getting radiation moving next to that missile is no ill omen at all. Ballistic Defense Division. Commonwealth Defense Administration. Exodus Acta Probat? Probat? I don't know. They're gonna wake up and get me. Alright, so I'm goofing. If I have to kill these things... Oh. Makes you feel better, Tanner. I also would assume that these are older. At least the general I would have assumed to have been older, but then these dudes to be more recent. Ooh. Huh. Open the bunker doors. It's Bunker Dory. Uh-oh. Good thing I hacked those things, huh? I picked up batteries. They might have been, pork. Weighs a lot. Ooh. Marked Scout armor. We could use one of those. I could become a general right now. You know, if I was in the NCR, I'd be halfway to general right now. Almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. You can go home, courier. I can, but I choose not to.
There's your signal. Faint, but there. Just like NCR. Voice without fire, without strength. Sick. Heard tales of you walking the Mojave, giving the two-headed bear strength, giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanlon had. Now, let's test that strength, that conviction, courier.
You have a lot of hate for the NCR. That kind of hate isn't new in the Mojave. Better tell me who you are and what you want. How are you speaking through Eddie? What is this place? Enough talk? You went to a lot of trouble to lure me here, so let's get on with this. Don't care what you have to say, I only want to know where you are. Let's go with enough talk. You went through a lot of trouble to lure me here, so let's get on with it.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You're resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you.
If we share history, then before going forward, I want to know the past. Fine, I'll find this trigger, then I'll come find you. I'm not planning to go into the divide after you. Think I'm coming after you? Think again? Yeah, who are you?
Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any laws of mine, I have already cast away in the divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. Use it to keep moving and keep alive.
I'm honestly tempted to just say no. Like, why the hell would I just blow up missiles? This seems like the most convoluted, stupid thing to do. To just follow some voice when I don't really care that much. Like, sure, he could have gotten me shot in the head, but it could have also just been chance, essentially. Like, if this dude never existed, like, how does that change anything that happened to me now? I don't like these options. Like, I don't care about going in the divide or not going in the divide. But I'm not trying to, like, be like, oh, I'm the badass, I'm gonna blow things up just because. And I'm also just not gonna go along with finding a trigger to blow up missiles. This DLC of all gives you a choice. Follow your heart. Well, that's the problem, though. Like, my heart says nothing to, like, says no to all three of these. You think I'm coming after you? Think again.
No courier would go to the divide, but you will. And that's what sets us apart. We walk roads no other courier will walk. And for you, you'll want to see your home one last time. See what happened. You're curious. You walk, leave ruin in your path. You can't leave alone. Still, the choice is yours. What I offer is the last I offer you. I don't care if you walk the divide. Turn, walk the Mojave, fight beneath the flags. But you will wonder. If you don't, the divide will come to you and the Mojave. That will be my message to you, like the message you had for me.
The divide won't stop me from reaching you. Trust.
The divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here. Courier left marks for you. Colors will tell the way if you're smart. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it. Maybe remind you why you wander.
Well, that's a lot of experience for doing nothing. Oh no! Alright, so we don't really have much left in the way of perks that I should grab. I should probably level up luck, but that's just not going to happen. Better criticals would have been nice. %10 damage for every 100 points of karma. You gain 10 health. You're also immune to crits. Requires good karma. I don't even know what my karma is. That's actually pretty good. Oh, the AP thing is really good. And the attack speed is increased by 20%. I should have been a bad guy this entire time. Maybe I am. Voice said, I'm egg you on. To be fair, him saying that the divide will come to me one way or another, with the implication being nuclear missiles being sent to the Mojave, is pretty good motivation for me to, like, try to end things. We'll give him that. Now it's become my problem. I think I might go with the extra AP. Wait, did I get the highest level? Okay, no, we'll probably get Action Boy. Let me just double check any other things. Through blocks. Enemies really haven't been blocking that much. There were a couple with the lobotomites, funnily enough. But I don't really feel like I need this. A robotics expert could be good. Although hit the deck, that's a hell of a lot of DT. I feel like explosives would probably be the most dangerous things to me right now. Animal friend would have been nice. Could become a tough boy. I'm a little bit curious what explosive recipes there are. +5 crit hit chance and your enemies suffer a big crit reduction. I don't know if this is a +5% flat rate or if it's additive or multiplicative. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up Action Boy again. Oh, we've heard this song. Jump. Hey, Without Horns, how's it going? Did LP start immediately shooting the natives like some kind of political cartoon about colonization again? Not yet. Not yet. Give it time, marked Manhunter. Well, anyway, I started blasting. Jump. Jump. Dude, I'm about to leave Eddie alone. He's gonna blow my cover. See ya. Really? It's like when you accidentally get your ball stuck in the neighbor's yard that's fenced in. What just happened? Meal's ready to eat. Alright, what the hell is the radio static? Is that Eddie? What the hell? Ah! Stop! His name's Static. I shouldn't have grabbed those. Anti-materiel rifle. Veteran Decanus helmet. He was a legionnaire. Missile base headquarters. Thermic lance. No, I should probably set his AI. I was thinking about doing that. But even if I set his AI, that doesn't stop his annoying ass music every time he sees an enemy. That's what annoys me more. I can use the shovel on the thermic lance. What was that cool thing that I just got? The arc welder 7? That would be my thing. So 3? Let's go with 8. Whew. There's probably no real reason to even be in here. Oh, that's a globe. I was like, what is that? Stupid pistol. You made me too fat. Armory access codes? May as well grab that. Hey, Global, how's it going? Wait, do I not have my sunglasses on? What am I thinking? Oh, it's because of the breathing mask. I see what I'm thinking. You miss dead money, but you take a god/dog drove me nuts with their barks. Actually, god/dog was barely in my party, so no. Although, Dean Domino did start to annoy me. Destroyed Ibit. Manufacture small energy cells or microfusion cells once per day. Okay, that's cool, I guess, if I've ever ran out of ammo. That'd be really good for a hardcore run, I bet. Oops. Old World Blues is more of a headache for me than anything in Dead Money. Yeah. Like, Dead Money was interesting. It was just slightly annoying, whereas Old World Blues for me was only annoying. I liked the environments of Old World Blues somewhat. Ew. I don't even think I want that, Med-X. The irony of caring about the sanitary conditions of random needles that I find on the ground or in a toilet, considering gestures broadly at everything. That scared me. I would have a doc. Thanks, Eddie. Alright, so at least I could sell things. He's gonna run out of money. Let's see what all else I can buy. Riot gear, that weighs so much though. Like how the Xander route is free, but I still kind of don't want it. How bad is my weight? Still pretty bad. Did Dean betray me at the end of the DLC, or did I decide to murder him by then anyway? Yes. I was trying to see if there was a way that I could save him, but then after I got the dialogue where he told me that he's the one who slit Christine the way that he did, I was like, you know what? You are a snake. So apparently I had made the mistake of trying to barter with him at the beginning of the playthrough. And also welcome back in, Chadwick. How you doing? The part of my brain that would be bothered by needles lying around in real life. So definitely a former military area. So should I go that way or keep roof hopping? Stam static. Still want to try out my Palpatine weapon. But then I'll need to remember that I have the Palpatine weapon, which is half the battle. You love that detail? He hates anyone he thinks is more clever than him. I think Domino is a really good character. And also a really big jerk. Yo, what? Okay. And I'm not talking about the mayor of Midgar. That's right, a Final Fantasy VII reference. Somehow it avoided it in the Dead Money DLC, I think. Meow. Oh, this sucks. It's gonna blow up. Marksman Carbine. What the hell? What the hell just did that? It's him! It's Did I take off my weapon? Oh, even if I did, I can stun him. Uh-oh. Blade of the West. Ooh, too bad it's too heavy. Red Glare. Why is this the coolest NPC in the game so far? What the hell? Why is my Pip-Boy so dark? Did I get blinded? Just a rocket launcher? Hey, Galamoth, welcome back in. I see you've changed your profile picture. Is that Salden? Aw. I thought the Blade of the West was going to be a weeby katana. Dead. TED. I almost just auto-looted because I thought it was going to pertain to the Corridor. It's Frank Sinatra? There's no way that's Sinatra. You lie. Pick up Red Glare. Oh, so it's not even unique. Laser detonator. They're eating people. Actually, I don't think these are people. I hope not. Not people anymore. You found the laser detonator Ulysses spoke of. Who? A piece of pre-war tech that can detonate the nuclear warhead scattered. Oh. I guess we did kind of learn that his name was Ulysses based off the location details. But I just thought that was a reference to James Joyce, honestly. A piece of pre-war tech that can detonate the nuclear warhead scattered around the Lonesome Road. You can use it to open new paths, kill your enemies from afar, or even discover secret loot caches. Just point it at a warhead, hold down the trigger, and watch the explosion. What Ulysses said is true. You'll need this to advance, which means there must be a warhead blocking the way forward. You'll need to find the correct warhead and detonate it. That's dumb as hell. I'd probably just rather leave. Why is this so dark? Red Glare. It's weird in hindsight. They included a lot of stuff that appears in some capacity in the final mission of the main game. Because this came out so long after the base, they assumed most people had beaten the game already and come back. No, I'm talking about your current one. That doesn't look like Frank. Although maybe that isn't armor at the bottom of it. If you've ever seen a picture of Salden without his armor on, kind of looks like what you got going on there. See ya. this is part of the issue. I had Grease Lightning on, huh? Should have had the pushy on for the bats play. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to loot these dudes, essentially. I'm going to be too fat. But, oh. What did I just pick up? I was gonna repair something. Right. Figured it out. We're back in business. Oh, so it isn't even a unique thing. Lame. I was afraid of that. Butter knife. Metal butter knife. Wait, what was that other butter knife then? What was that one made out of? Eddie. Is this the room that I was just in? Yeah, okay. Human flesh. Ew. They were eating people. Damn, I can't pick them up. Wait, what did I pick? What did I grab? Probably picked up some junk at some point. Better keep collecting all this ammo for all of those weapons that I used ammo with. Might run out one day. So I was trying to follow the arrow, see if there's anything more to it. Hell, is this a warhead? This is an intact nuclear warhead. If what Ulysses said is true, the laser detonator and hope field should be able to trigger these to explode. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Oh no, a little bit of rubble and boxes is stopping me, guys. Hey, Aston X, how's it going? Oh, this is probably just pointing me to this. Assuming I'm gonna hit an invisible wall. Yeah. And a very visible fence. So you're so light, you honestly debated showing up. Lots of stuff here makes you want to backseat a bit. Oh, I see. Well, the good news is I'm probably not going to get through this DLC because I'm not willing to just randomly explode nukes for no reason. Or is that good news? At least in terms of the backseating threshold. Fast travel is currently unavailable. Wait, I'm not correct. Galamoth, it's been so long since you've played this that you can spoil anything if you wanted to. Shame. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not again! So if we throw a mine, we can bats punch it? Good thing I just picked up one of those, right? It's not letting me vats. Unfortunately, this man has free will, an unforeseeable problem by the developers. It kind of does feel that way almost. But I disagree with the premises of there being free will to begin with. Ooh, can I get out? No, I can't. If only somebody had told me not to detonate the nukes, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that sounds easy enough to do, just like not mentioning Joshua Graham. But here we are, and we're... Toggle collision off, turn it back on. That's probably the smart thing to do. Don't remember when I last quick saved it. But look at how far I've gotten without console commands. Well, let's try the alleged plasma mine technique again. I don't think that worked. Stella, you have no memory of randomly exploding nukes, but it's been a while. I mean, I don't think they're random. I just don't know if I can avoid it. Alright, what is the console command? It's F6. Actually, that's what I set it to. Use the laser detonator on the warhead, and if I choose not, I think they're gonna get me. Alright, there is really nothing worth looting. Except for this. No, whatever. Okay, I'd already fought these nerds. That's fine. Stella, your number one use of console commands in any Bethesda game is getting unstuck by turning collision off. TLC. Wait, is that actually the console command? Tender loving care? Am I actually stuck here without the whole bomb thing? Which maybe to the game's credit, we can set off a bunch of mini nukes all the time. But to my credit, I also haven't done that this game. No. Oh. Sounded like made it through or something. Snooks are radiating everything. Without Horns, like how Graham was in Honest Hearts, apparently he was supposed to be super evil and strong in the cancelled Fallout 3 game. First companion, but everyone would hate you. What do I call my punches? The Great Equalizers. We can get out of this mess. Alright, let's actually get out of this mess. Walking too quickly. Yeah. Trust. Please, sir. There's gotta be a way. If Ulysses wins by default, I'll be annoyed. By default, I mean this is really my only option. Even though I never played Half-Life, this is kind of what I envisioned it was like playing Half-Life too. In terms of like the whole physics engine and stuff. Ah! Stay. Where'd the other one go? I lost it. Anyway. This isn't gonna work. I don't think I'd be able to jump off the barrels. Oh, I can? That changes things. Don't fall. We're not going to make it at this rate. It probably would just be easier to input a console command. Jump. Oh, you can walk on them. And this is partly why I've always been like, oh, I probably shouldn't stream games because I'll waste too much time doing stuff like this. You guys don't want to know how much time I spent trying to jump to the roof of Castle Sol from the graveyard area. Oh yeah, you can totally jump on that, can't you? Hold on. That's not how you jump. Can you jump again? You can. This changes everything. Ah, I found the other barrel now. Stay, baby. I can't jump right now. Ah! Alright, enough of this silliness. Now you want to know? It was probably over an hour. Unironically. The true irony being I could have just gone down the cliff normally and gotten there. But I did definitely make it to the roof of Castle Sol, and it just kind of stopped. In your face, Ulysses! Alright. With how Horns said the mini nukes in these games are interesting, you always wonder how viable a build based around them would be. They have a tendency to kill you whenever you use them. Chadwick, you know this is my shtick. Oh no. I've been figured out. During the puzzle segments, it was kind of like this in Half-Life 2, although the pick and move things was much better done. Yeah, because you had like the guns and could rotate things a lot more easily. If I go back to the base game tonight, I should check out the Searchlight Airport, specifically behind the fence on the far side. Some very fun shenanigans back in the day. Searchlight Airport, was that the very southern one? I messed around with it a little bit, but it was really late that night, so I think I just left it alone. Mini nuke, shmini nuke. Yeah, blow up, didn't you? Get out of here. This is what, fake free will gets ya. Hopeful men's bricks. He's gonna beat me up! I like how this dude looks like he's sick. Well, never mind. Why are you beeping like that? Ooh, a power fist. Which weighs more, this or the mantis thing? I'm assuming the mantis. 10 versus 6, yeah. G. Pal. Bandy Boy apples. Down there back in the days, on console days for you, was the most out of bounds fun you could have. Ow, God, that's loud. You switch to the 3/8 wrench and the smaller drill, those weapon repairs could be easier. Okay, whatever. You drop the power output by 0.24, you'll be able to make more energy ammo with no quality loss. You know, if you strip out the plasma relays on those energy cells, you could make flamer fuel. Move the safety and catches on those microfusion cells and you could turn them into satchel charges. Like some satchel charges? Wait, does that make me permanently lose out on MF cells? Oh, no, never mind. I'm blind. Combat armor, it's too heavy. Mario 64 did strange things with building forward momentum when interacting with sharp inclines. You could fire yourself clear over the castle if you angled some things right, yeah. Galamoth, you could never make it up onto the castle without getting every star. I only played Mario 64 at friends' houses, so I didn't really get to experience it in its full glory. I pressed caps lock. Goggles, helmet. That was Eddie that time. There's a dude upstairs, unless he came down already. Okay. Rocket canister? Oh. Many rockets. Had to deal with the snorting girl there. Okay. Need more money. So I've got a handprint. It's probably not important. I'm also supposed to be looking for colors? Is this a flag reference? Don't think I can make this jump. Especially not if I do that. Ah, so this is probably important.
Stop here.
Thanks for giving me that anime shout. That helped. Firing from the hip. What is this, Call of Duty? Eddie, give me the intel. I might be too heavy if I put this on. Oh well, let's see if I can repair it anymore. No, it's in good shape. We'll drop that one. How's my armor looking? Bad. Oh, that was the riot gear helmet. I goofed. Oh well. We still have our desert combat one. That's the one that I need to save. Not really, but... Alright, Tanner. See you later, hopefully. Thanks for joining us, as always. So that's a useless mini nuke. Warehouse dash key. Surprised it let me rest here, considering how close we were to the radiation. I wonder if I should pull out my radio and if Ulysses would keep yapping at me or something. I should try it. It's a hell of a lot of rockets. Keep out. I don't know how to read that. Hey, look, how's it going? It's been a minute. Ralphie. It's kind of a huge amount of rockets. Ulysses log Y1721. That's all I need to look at this place to determine what made it color-filled.
Emptiness here, like the sands of the great salt lake, echoed. The beating in the divide sky, like storm drums of the white legs. Ran with them on the salt beds at Caesar's command. Cut the throats of the two-headed bear, cut all communities off. Use storm, sky, disease, fire, starvation, and the violence of the ignorant to ruin all who could. Might stand against him, but the white legs, they couldn't live on their own like most scavengers, so gave them purpose, turned their hunger into a weapon. The wall of New Canaan, too high for Caesar, too proud maybe, or maybe something there from his past that needed killing. Memory of Graham. Help them dig out Canaan's supply caches and other secrets the sands hid. Bunkers filled with powered weapons even the Brotherhood might desire. They call these new weapons storm drums in the firing of shells. Taught them the power in the casings to channel the spirits in their guns. Me, they called me the flag bearer. Glory in my hand, in my staff that still bore the weight of the old world, just as the symbol on my back did. I learned their weapons as a means of respect, and when it came their turn to pay respect to me, history came rushing back. Can't escape what's been done. History's there, no matter how far you walk.
Okay, so he's responsible for the white legs being super jerks, but I didn't really deal with that. Whoops. Oh yeah, so let's study this. keep out, so that's a color type thing here. Alright, so the stop sign, the towel, and something else. Alright, that's next. You take care. Have a good one. Oh no, another nuke thing. Oh, that's a nuke thing. Oh, we're not going to go that way then. Everyone is going. Another nuke. Can I not jump on this? So we have more fuzzies this way. No, that's an invisible wall. Are they really stopping me this way? Every previous DLC Ulysses went through earlier? Yeah. You made it. Aw, man. Really? They're stopping me. They're cheating. Oh. I might have doomed myself now. Signs is so underrated. I hate that movie so much. It just had like the worst ending to what had been an actually pretty good movie until that point. Oh, I'm like, oh, is this a ladder? Can I climb it? Not exactly. Mouse, please. There we go. Please. Yeah, you gotta ignore the ending. Open gates. Can't believe that the aliens who decided to visit a world that's made of 70% water were weak to water. If the humidity don't get you, the rain will. And if it ain't the rain, then it's a childhood with a squirt gun at its birthday party. It was really well done, and then the worst version of the War of the Worlds was revealed. Yeah. I guess for me, it just like had a sharp downturn as soon as they revealed like the form of the aliens. Which, I mean, like, sure, nothing is going to top the imagination and whatnot. I get that. But, the whole water thing. That was really the twist they wanted to go with. Ooh, stop. Hopeville Missile Base. Hasn't I already been here? Oh, something station? Just want to see if I can get out, which I should be able to just hop out that way, but... Stealth boy. Was this supposed to be the first way I was supposed to come through and I just ignored it? It's probably what it was. Wait, no, this is different. Caravan crate? That's kind of cool. I should have paid a bit more attention to how much everything weighed. When Joaquin Phoenix is watching the TV in the Harry Potter closet, and the first alien gets caught on camera, though, that was great, yeah. And then I feel like right after that happens, there's like nothing left of the movie. I liked their little tinfoil hats. Gotta admit, it does take a good level of finesse to pull off having characters in a movie or TV show unironically wear tinfoil hats, but it not end up feeling like actual campiness. Like they pulled it off, and then they just did not stick the landing. It feels bad, man. That don't look suspicious at all. Was it all glowing like this? This is an intact nuclear warhead. If what Ulysses said is true, the laser detonator in Hopeville would be able to trigger these to explode. Not go and do it. Not if I can help it. That other Gibson movie pulled it off well? Conspiracy theory? That sounds familiar. I'm gonna have to look this up. Because I might be confusing it with another movie in my head. With Jodie Foster. I guess I'm what movie am I thinking of? Phenomenon? Plots. I feel like I watched this, but it's been so long that I don't really remember it. Yeah, it says it has Julia Roberts, Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, and Patrick Stewart. Yeah, I don't remember this one. Yeah, I'm thinking of Phenomenon with John Travolta. I liked that movie when I was a kid. The part where he's like, I figured it out. I trapped the rabbit in. I was like, oh my god, he's a genius. Phenomenon had Jennifer Connelly. Oh, really? I was pretty young when I watched it. I don't really remember. And thinking about these 90s movies is a bit of a trip. Hey guys, remember that time I summarized the plot of Powder on stream? Funny times. Bro, I need to like look up a retrospective for Powder to be like, what the hell were they thinking when they made this? Like, what were they on? Door to Hope, Vial, Missile, Silo. Wait, is this the intro? Oh, so I can leave now. Cool. Can I sell things here? No. I am curious if this commissary has cash money. That's not going to work. Wait, can I pull this one up? NASA conspires to kill the president in conspiracy theory, which is so crazy. Damn, I guess I don't remember that one. Maybe I didn't see that. Or maybe I only saw parts of it. Give me that quantum for quartz. Reload procedure, slides forward, ammo inserted here. Huh. Lore. Alright, Kami, Sari. Nope, this is not it. You can go home, Courier Zed. Got it. The moment of truth. Oh, it literally just lets you go. Oh, okay, so I could sell things, come back. No harm, no foul. I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a... The courier left things unresolved in the Divide, and then Divide lashed out with missiles after taking a nap. Hey Sukmi, welcome into the stream. How you doing? I am level 48 or 9 right now. Let's double check. 48. Yeah, we just dinged 48 earlier.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder game. You looking to buy some supplies?
Let's see what we can get rid of. Damn, the Bowie knives are pretty I see. So Scoob. Alright, let's try to buy as much ammo as we can. Okay, that works. He still doesn't have any MF cells, that's unfortunate. Good enough. Damn, the red glares are worth a lot. Okay, goodbye. Doing a no death, no heal run at the moment? Oh man, or not congrats, but good luck with that. Did I hit? No, how did I get even more encumbered? Thought I sold more than I bought. What the hell happened? Did I accidentally press the walk button again? I don't think so. What did I do? Oh, right, the actual other armor. We'll put this away, one of these away, that away. This. I should have a thermic lance, but we'll put this one away. Put one of these away. I've not been using this. I'll put that away finally. Guys, I totally misread fiery purgative as furtive pygmy. I need help. It's all fun and games until the dyslexia comes to you. Oh yeah, I forgot I'd got myself so many of these. Yeah, I don't need the hides anymore. Still don't know what the embalming fluid is for, if anything. Ooh, wow, a dinner plate. Cool. Been carrying that around. We'll put Dean's tuxedo away. Even though it do be making us look a little bit dapper when we wear that, which has been never. Maybe one day I'll remember to use an atomic cocktail. Can't even sell the excess inventory, essentially. Alright, anyway, this will be good enough. Miyazaki, yeah. Hey, Meow Laser, welcome back. How you doing? Go back in. Let's repair some of these. Oh god, it's so loud. Let's talk about tactics. Combat. Passive, okay. Tactics interface close. Let's go with ranged. Oh, right, he can actually store things too, huh? I didn't even think about that. I guess he doesn't really feel like a normal companion. Okay, I misread that a moment ago. Three satchel charges. I haven't used these yet. Alright, let's see if we can fast travel or if the game still hates us. What is this? When would I have put that there? Missile Base headquarters. Loading station. I think we were just at the loading station and then I went here. Right. Oh, what is this? Trouble. West entrance. Oh, this is the very first area. Okay. So, how the hell did I do this? I made a big circle. Because I hopped up and around. And that one's there. We had that. Is this the men's barracks? Yes. We've beaten these guys before. Is he hitting me with a flare gun? What is this? Yep, literally a flare gun. Cool. I'm on fire. Meow, you're trying to get your bills paid with shipped since Lyft cut you off? Wait, Lyft cut you off? Why? Picked a lady up some infant stuff like toothbrushes and a value pack of pregnancy tests. No judgment. Hey, Ulfer, how's it going? Wait, Lyft cut you off for that? Is that against its, like, terms of service or something? Right, so we were here, and then we tried to hop over. We succeeded. So do they want me to keep going east, up, and around? Around town. It won't let us go all the way this way because the game hates ingenuity. Uh-oh. Your car got too old? I see. Shipped is basically like Instacart for Target. Blue. Can't activate the ham radio. Chadwick, you were looking for medical courier jobs over the summer and you too were told your truck was too old? Certainly isn't going to work for something like Lyft or Uber. Meow, your car's a 2012. You're not sure what's not up to date about it? A 2012? And you're in California, so you guys should have really strict emissions testing too, right? That's weird. I wonder, not to put my conspiracy theory tinfoil hat on too hard here, I wonder if they've been like lobbied by car companies to try to encourage people to upgrade their cars more frequently then. Because that sounds strange otherwise. Must we nuke this land? Chadwick, your 05 Grand Cherokee's in beautiful shape, but no, too old to drive around. Medical supplies, you guess? Let's see if we can't finagle something else out of here. Oh. If I can't fast travel out of this again, I'm going to be annoyed. When enemies are nearby, what enemies? We're amongst friends. Fudge. See, nothing happened. So the marked men wouldn't let me jump this way. Oh, that's literally there. I don't know if I can finesse this. Maybe if I find another barrel. That's a barrel, but it's just not what I can use. The horns make sense to you. The conspiracy theory could also be illegal, trying their best to cover their butts. I mean, that's always a thing, but that seems a little bit too aggressive to me, even for like most legal things. Because, like, you're independent contractors for the US when you do stuff like Uber and Lyft, and they get to completely screw you on a lot of workplace rights, essentially, because can't have workplace rights when you're not technically a worker, which is dumb as hell. Because if they don't have workers, how are they getting their labor done? Whoops. Oh, oh yeah, we made it up there before. In a way. But, can we do this? Probably not. Oh wait, maybe? No, not like that. Damn it, Bobby. There's probably an easier way to get around this. It worked. Not really. Meow, you hit your Wunk hoodie and a dope sticker pack from the homie today? Oh, got it. What is the Wunk hoodie? Does that mean you are a white unk? It doesn't let me do it. Wait, can I have just... No. Jump. Jump, you silly man. Please. Would like to buy a consistent jump in this game. There has to be a better way. Perfect. Not really, but... Actually, this is kind of working, though. Not gonna get high enough, huh? Can make it. No. No. Riders up next? Okay. But you are? I see. Over your Neo 2 characters level 750? What New Game Plus cycle do you need to get to hit that? Wicked Underground Nation crew? We use nice colors. We understand, never criticize. Nah, we're not gonna make that. Alright, time to do something a little bit silly, which I probably should have done a long time ago, really. No, I put it away. Frightens abominations? I was gonna try to use one of the red glares to rocket jump. You've seen me. You got me to shout out the crew, clip it. We understand, never care. We unks never cry. Wimpy Ulysses never could. Not gonna blow that up. Should blow this thing up though, holy crap. How is there no other way around? I guess I could try going up there, right? I know this is the first spot. Again. What do you mean again? Maybe they get to respawn like me. Honey, I unk the kids. Hey, hey, Robbie, how's it going? Oh yeah, Robbie, did you see that they came out with a new Terraria update? Figured that might interest you. Alright, so our last chance is to go this way. Although this went to the township, didn't it? Isn't this the first spot that I went? Yeah. Because this is the evil roof. Mm-hmm. There's no way up and around that way? You did see that? Nice. It won't let me go this way. Because I did land on that fence and it stopped me big time. It's so lame. I don't think that works. TLC did not work. A tender loving care. So, Ulfer, you said that there's a new game +5 difficulty in Neo 2? And you and your friend did them all? Nice. I don't actually play FromSoft games on very many new game cycles. I tend to prefer to just kind of restart over because I feel like you don't really get as good of a sense of progression. Why? So Rabbi got Donkey Kong Country Returns? Is that Donkey Kong Country 2? I'm not the most knowledgeable about Donkey Kongs. These Legion jerks. Anyway, if Ulysses is part of the Legion, that makes me mad, and it's going to be on site with him. Rob, you've had Cave Story Plus before, but hard mode seems nearly impossible due to the core boss fight. That was your best attempt on that difficulty? I can't remember my strat against the core, but it's definitely doable. It's not nearly as bad as like Battletoads, once you do have a good strat for the core and whatnot. Cave Story is one of my favorite Metroidvanias. No clip. Help. What? Can I move the cars around? Yes, but actually no. Got the ops in my schedule? Something like that. I am down with what the kids say. I don't think this worked. Uh-oh. Hmm. That does not work. Still, forgot about all the nuke exploding in this DLC. Trying to break it, otherwise I might just leave. And like look up synopses online or something. Let me through! Stupid invisible walls. Hey, it's Alex. Welcome into the stream. How you doing? Uh-oh. It's a real fake nuke. I wonder if I could Team Rocket Blast off doing something dumb. Where the hell did it go? Oh, you're a friend of Mercy's? That's awesome. Glad to hear that. Now you get to join in on the madness of me trying to break games to assert my alleged free will. The game wants me to detonate nukes in this city place, but I'm like, no. So now we are struggling. I'm sorry, Eddie. Ugh! My legs! My legs! I almost made the comment last night when we were in, what do you call it? Honest Hearts. I almost called it Old World Blues. When I got my legs crippled in one of the caves. Anybody ever watch First Blood, the first Rambo movie? There's the part that is kind of a very serious moment in the movie where Sylvester Stallone's talking about how one of his platoon or squad mates like lost his legs. He's like, he didn't have any legs. And so like, on one hand, it's a really messed up story that is pretty heart-wrenching in some respects. But on the other hand, it's Sylvester Stallone delivering it. And it's kind of goofy, despite everything. I had the pleasure of showing a friend Rambo for the first time. And when we got to that moment, we were both trying not to laugh. But, being college students, it didn't exactly work out very well. That part, yeah. Actually, First Blood was the movie that actually converted me to believing in the power of Blu-ray technology and HD definition and stuff. Because back then, you know, only having essentially CRT televisions, 1080p was like the newfangled thing with Blu-ray. I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Like, a TV's a TV. But seeing how well they had like remastered Rambo, I was like, damn, this, like, the quality of this footage makes this seem like it did not come out in the 70s. Like, it just felt so crisp and clean. Which is probably speaking more to the quality of the remastering that they did for that movie specifically. I'm assuming it's like not having glasses on and needing them for your entire life and then suddenly getting them put on you, or putting glasses on. It's almost what it felt like. Stella, First Blood is one of those movies that's message is completely subverted by its sequels. To be fair, you could also make the argument that First Blood was subverted by itself. Because in the novel, John Bon Rambo dies at the end. Spoiler alert. Apologies. And in the movie, the test audiences hated that ending. So they went with the Hollywood he gets out ending, essentially. But then, yeah, Stella's definitely correct where John Bon Rambo gets completely flanderized and becomes the antithesis of what he was. Actually, that kind of reminds me. A long time ago, when I was in high school, I managed to catch... I think the title of this movie was called The War at Home. I think it had Kathy Bates and Emilio Estevez. I know it definitely had Emilio Estevez. Because I was like, oh my god, it's Coach Gordon. And it was like the story of a veteran who returned home from Vietnam. I'm just remembering it being pretty damn heavy and like having a really strong message. And I always wanted to watch it from the beginning, but I never have. Alright, so let's look for an entrance here or something. Too much to ask for. A door. Could I get up there? Probably not, knowing this game. Ooh, what is this? Nothing. Don't think we'll be able to make this. Oh wait, have I ever gotten this? I don't think I have. Nope. Oh, that was a failed jump. Sylvester Stallone wanted them to list him as an author on the book they based the movie Cobra on. As the author, that's interesting. I could see screenplay credits, but the author's kind of funny. Thaw glasses. Yeah, nope. That is indeed another invisible wall. I've tried so hard. But the game wants me to be a monster because some random dude's like, hey, peekaboo? It's kind of dumb. He made a movie adaptation that's basically the same as an author. Give him his credits on the book. I mean, to be fair, creating adaptations is actually a lot of work. And it is not easy. I don't know how true it is, but my favorite story that I've heard about movie adaptations is the guy who wrote The Godfather was essentially forced to write his screenplay himself because like he couldn't really get anybody else to do it. And so he did it, and then The Godfather became the frickin' Godfather. And he's like, okay, now that I've done this, I think I should probably like look at a book about how to actually write screenplays now that that's done and over with. And then so like the first book that he bought on screenplay writing literally says something like, all right, before you do anything, check out the screenplay for The Godfather. Could all be horse crap for all I know. But it's a good story nonetheless. Uh-oh. Gene Roddenberry wrote the lyrics to the theme song for the original Star Trek. Lyrics were never published, never recorded, never shown publicly, but it allowed him to claim writer's credits for the song and split royalties 50% from the actual composer. Damn. There's actually like a lot of ghostwriting that goes along in Hollywood that people can't talk about. Because sometimes they might be relieving like the workload from a friend who's been contracted by a specific company or corporation to do something. And so if they don't turn it in under their name, that gets them into legal trouble. And yeah. Without horns, you say that's scummy? It might be. I don't know the particulars about that whole Star Trek thing, but there could be a real case to be made that the Star Trek song wouldn't have turned out the way that it did if that dude didn't come up with the lyrics when he did. And I would like to hope that if they litigated it and came to that conclusion that there should be something to that story, but I don't know anymore. I do not know anymore. Wait, did I get a bit of a grenade jump? Kinda. But I don't think it's gonna help me. This stupid game! So Stella, you might have been AFK, but I did try to do TLC, and it didn't work. The main character from the book Cobra was based on eventually got reimagined into Axel Foley. Oh, really? Dude, I love Beverly Hills Cop. That is one of my favorite, like, 80s detective movies. Which might sound very specific, but actually kind of isn't. And of the Beverly Hills movies, it's probably my favorite Beverly Hills movie. Right up above Beverly Hills Ninja. Starring Chris Farley. And speaking of Axel Foley, the time that frickin' Peter hums his theme song in Family Guy when they go back to the 80s kind of lives in my head rent-free. In another time. TCL. Ah, okay. She typoed. It's not tender loving care. Collision off. Oh my god! Hey guys, look! No longer getting boned by invisible walls. Uh-oh, okay. I was like, wait a second, I can't fall. You have discovered Market Men Base. Axel F was the theme song? Yeah. You wondered why it was called that? Yeah, I was like, why is this called this? And then I was like, wait, Axel Foley, Axel F. And then, yeah. Took me years later because I found it on the YouTube. It's kind of crazy the different takes different people had on the same character. That's part of the fun for things like that, isn't it? I don't know enough about Cobra, to be honest, though. Isn't that the group that Michael has to fight in The Karate Kid? Actually, was his name Michael? I don't even remember. Or is his name Miguel? Did I just whitewash him? Wait, it was Danny, wasn't it? Put him in a body bag, Johnny. No, maybe it wasn't Danny. Thought I was going to say G.I. Joe's rivals. G.I. Joe's was pretty legit. Wish I had more of the G.I. Joe's animated series figurines when I was a kid. Like that ninja dude was just cool as hell. Honestly, like Cobra kind of had the drip going on too. That face mask is pretty badass. Am I gonna have to blow up another one? Did they finally get me? Really? Maybe I should just take the L, guys. I don't think Mr. Ulysses is gonna have extra special dialogue of being like, oh, you got here without blowing things up, what the hell? It's kind of what I was hoping. I didn't expect you to do that. Wandering through this place. Oh, wait. Ah. Danny. Okay, it was the Karate Kid. I remember Johnny's the antagonist just because of the taunting line. Put him in a body bag, Johnny. I couldn't tell you the girl Hilary Swank's character name in Karate Kid 2. I liked that movie a lot as a kid. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to beat this DLC. Like, the choices that the devs have given me for all of these DLCs have just not been it. Granted, I did screw up Honest Hearts the first time around. That was definitely on me. I can take that L. That one's no problem. But trying to get the dub, that was my problem. This is also my problem. Can you imagine being a murder hobo with ethics? Not wanting to nuke a potentially guilty city multiple times over? I remember Mr. Miyagi's name. And he was played by Jackie Chan. Can I just leave the DLC? I can. I actually did. Which is kind of cool. But I didn't get any of that sad text about the courier leaving the place like I would have in the other DLC. Tanner, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with this DLC. It's meant to highlight the folly of just pushing forward blindly without thinking of the consequences. Unfortunately, I already learned. Oh, really? Without horns, you love the part in Axel F where they yell, "This is the Crazy Frog song!" Oddly prescient of them. True, true. To be fair, this place has already been nuked to hell. Doesn't mean it needs to be nuked to hell and back. Yeah, so I think this, I would say that this is my L on the DLC. I do not want to proceed if it means I have to just nuke a random place because somebody else demands it. Like, if there was actually a story reason to, like, needing to nuke something, sure, but just because somebody's like, oh, you want to learn about the past? Nuke a city. Like, that is just, no, like, why? This is, like, some expectations on the devs that I am Marty frickin' McFly before he learned, how to say nobody calls me chicken. And not deal with the consequences. Just leave and continue to do the next. Well, that's the thing, Ulfer. This is actually the last DLC. I've done all of the others. If I do give up, can you lore dump with my blessing? I might say that, like, canonically, I'm going to give up and then just kind of go along with it. Just like I kind of have that first-hand experience, but I would like to have a very clear break here to be like, hey guys, I don't actually choose this. I'm just kind of curious now. And honestly, like, if I was playing on my own, I wouldn't mind not learning about this. At least through my playthrough, I'd probably just, like, watch a YouTube video if I cared that much. I was a little bit tempted to try to look up a YouTube video about Josh Graham and stuff. But I was like, well, we could probably leave that until after I beat the game. Maybe I should, like, watch them on stream or something. Or maybe I should just go through it again. Since I have that option. Stella, there's actually a reason. That's a little bit vague. Reason for what? For, like, nuking it again? I mean, there might be, but, that reason was not adequately explained to me. Over the last time a game wanted you to do something you didn't want to, you just deleted it. I think that's totally a valid choice to, reject the premises that somebody gives you in a bit of an ultimatum. Chadwick, you stopped playing Ghost Recon after about 15 minutes? Why, what made you stop that one? Your friend was like, oh bro, it's awesome, you'll love it. That's the worst when somebody who's a friend like recommends something and you just can't get into it. A little bit of guilt that goes along with that. It's almost as bad as trying to show a friend a video that you think's hilarious and they just stonewall no reaction it. Almost as bad, not quite, but too much Tom, not enough Clancy? Perhaps. Chadwick, you just didn't like the inherent jingoism of it. It was also like Babby's first Metal Gear Solid. I see. Yeah, to be fair, I don't think many people have claimed that Tom Clancy is light-handed with the jingoism. You enjoyed the first Rainbow Six? I never got into, like, the whole Tom Clancy Rainbow Six stealthy type spy gameplay. Tanner, understandable. It's a shame the story is tied to these mechanics. You wonder if they could have crafted a better experience for the story with more time and better systems. Chadwick, it was the whole thing, the planning, the dealing with difficult tactical situations, the permadeath, it was hard. Ghost Recon was like, use your awesome drone, shoot everyone, F civilians. Rainbow Six is less stealthy spy stuff and more SWAT. That's true. Solid Snake exists in the Tom Clancy universe. That's great. Did not know that. You know, you had to read a Tom Clancy book once. It was boring as hell. Which one did you read? I've never read any of them. I have no context. You can play every Metal Gear Solid without killing anyone. That's literally the metagame. You can avoid killing bosses too, can't you? I think I remember seeing X play way back in the day talking about Snake Eater, and that you could just outweight the old man in the forest, the sniper guy, because he's so old he just dies. I'm thinking that was hilarious. Ironically, Ulysses would canonically love my version of the Courier. Oh, really? Non-lethal runs are pretty fun. I do get a lot of a kick out of playing a non-lethal route when I can, which seems quite at odds with what went on in this playthrough, doesn't it? But when I was playing Deus Ex, I was trying to do a pacifist run and stuff. The bosses still die, but you don't kill them? Is it like one of those Gundam things where you shoot the mech and it explodes so you don't kill them? The explosion does? Is that what's going on without horns? Snake and Sam both reference each other? You think even Siphon Filter got in on the fun as the bench warmer of the group? Gabe knows he's third tier. You can trank almost every enemy in every Metal Gear Solid. Oh, that's kind of cool. Don't tell him, make him curious enough to play it. You wish, Global. I can't do the Himbo Kajimbo dialogue and take Hot Cold Man seriously, or Die Hard Man, or Fragile but not that fragile. Or What is a Man? So I had a question for the chat a moment ago about the playthrough and what I should do, sort of, but I forgot what it was and the phrasing was important. So I'm going to hydrate real quick. Kojima went to the Garth School of Writing. Swing. Subtleties for cowards. All right, so my question to chat is essentially win by choosing not to play. And this isn't like a meta... Well, how do I phrase this? Like, obviously I'm not going to get an ending title card or anything, but do we have a Matthew Broderick, the only winning move is to not play thing going on here? Not that I'll ever discover it, which is fine with me. Just kind of metatextually curious. Because I've made my choice. Story-wise, at least. I've been invisible walled out of here. Because my character doesn't know how to climb rubble and fences. I already paid for the game. Why suffer for it? Because suffering is kind of fun sometimes. Because suffering is what allows you to unlock a sense of pride and accomplishment for spending 60 hours to unlock Darth Vader, right? There is no ending card, if that's my question. No. So my question is, like, Is this all a debate? Am I getting debated by going forward? Because I feel like it is. Like, I don't see any payoff here being worth the squeeze. All right, Robbie, have a good night. Which I'm fine with, but I feel like that must be pretty dissatisfying for some longtime fans of the series. And for those who are like watching the playthrough. Ever buy food that's terrible and you're like, I paid for it, so I'm going to consume the calories whether I like it or not? Never really had that thought process, but it's more like, well, I'm hungry and this food ain't going to eat itself, kind of. But I've also had food where I'm like, this is terrible, I'm not going to eat this. I'm going to get something else. Like, I vividly remember... So, the chow hall on one of the bases I was at, which I will leave vague, was so bad that I kind of refused to eat there. Because it was just that bad. But I had friends who would continue to eat at the chow hall, because it's the economic thing to do, don't get me wrong. But I went into two friends' room one day, and I was like, hey guys, how's it going? And like, we had kind of had a crappy day at work, and they had like just finished PTing, which is like physical training, exercising. And they just like sat down at their desks, pulled out the food that they got from the chow hall, took one or two bites, and like, man, this sucks. I was like, okay guys, you just want to go off base and eat at location? And they're like, yeah. And that just memory will always stick with me. Just like the absolute defeat of like having a not good day and then just like having terrible food to go on top of it. It's just demoralizing. Tanner, you're not sure you understand. There's a quest in story. If I progress the quests as the game lays them out, you can also leave. You just won't get an ending for the DLC if you don't play the quests. Okay. Ulfer, you're like, you already paid with the price of the money. You don't need to pay more for a bad product. Oh, I don't think this is a bad product. It just doesn't always give me the choices that I would choose, which is to be expected. It's not as though the devs can foresee every contingency. Even with Baldur's Gate 3, with as robust of a game as that was, it didn't always cater to my choices as well as I would have liked. But I certainly know that I tend to be a bit of a stubborn, obstinate man. Oh, with food? Okay. You already paid with monies, so you don't need to pay more for a bad product. The courier left the divide, knowing nothing of his past or why he got shot in the head. Ulysses would eventually bring the divide to the Mojave, but the courier had no idea who Ulysses was. Eddie eventually ran out of flamer fuel and sits silent to this day, resting. The marked men lived agonizing lives, having no skin and lots of dust flying around into them, and we don't even know why. Title card, end card. I guess that's my summary of the Divide DLC. You can go home, courier. Thanks. Trust. Bet. Mission complete. Tanner, you take the D&D approach. If you had a player roll up to the table with a character that constantly derailed the story and didn't want to play the campaign, you tell them to make a character who would. That's totally understandable, especially for D&D when there's a bit of a social component to it. But I also do think that there should be compelling enough reasons to like make players engage with systems. And of course, there is a bit of a difference between like, my OC is walking into the tavern, and he sits alone in a dark corner. One of your player characters approaches me, and I say, "Piss off, peasant," as I turn to my drink in the shadows. Like, yeah, that's totally understandable, but yeah. My pin message? Oh, okay, thank you, Sandy. I missed that a while ago. It was like, I usually take care of that before things, and I goofed. So sorry guys, that was the Lonesome Road DLC. I did not complete it. Not gonna nuke a random city. Alright, so with that out of the way, I guess we could ask Tanner why you think Ulysses would like me. He just knew I'd punch him in the mouth if he let me get close. Oh boy, oh boy. Stella says that's okay. Alright, as long as I'm not disappointing you guys too much, I'm totally fine with that. Loathsome Road? I actually dislike this one the least, I think. Maybe not. Hey, Panzerkampfwagen US Battalion, welcome into the stream. Currently stealing my internet router? Oh no, that's not good. Das ist gut nicht. The Divide was a city that popped up due to you, the character running courier routes through there? Ulysses became disillusioned with the Legion and NCR, saw hope in that new town. Is there some meta commentary about there being red men in the Divide? And fake tribals in, what do we call it? The Honest Hearts Wasteland, the Mount Zion. Oh, it's a Mouse Battalion, not US Battalion. I can't read. Not enough spaces. Then one day you, the courier, delivered a package that ignited the nukes beneath the Divide, killing the only hope for the future before it could flourish. Oof. The courier didn't know they were carrying the trigger for the nukes under the Divide. Man, hasn't this dude ever heard of Don't Shoot the Messenger? He literally got the messenger shot at the beginning of the game. What a jerk. Your character didn't do it on purpose. It was just a job. Didn't even know what the package was. Yeah, okay. Yep. Then I steadfastly maintain that my winning position was to not play. I've gotten the good ending. I'm not gonna doubly nuke a town. This isn't Call of Duty. So now Ulysses is holding me responsible? Maybe it's Call of Duty? The trumpet. I see. Can't believe Ulysses is holding this dude with literal brain damage. Responsible. There's a point halfway where you literally nuke a nearby settlement just to open a door. Ulysses goes on a tirade about how careless I am. Good, I win. I knew I was winning. Also, no way to progress if you don't do it. It really does annoy me that we didn't have more dialogue options to be like, yo, F you. Not, I'm going to F you up. That I guess is my chief complaint about this DLC. If they had given me like an end screen saying that you told Ulysses no and just left, that'd be fine. It just feels very unfinished being able to leave as I did. Apparently I learned my lesson already, so don't forget this is made for Brain Dead 2013 gamers. Spec Ops: The Line was revolutionary. What does that mean, Spec Ops: The Line? Is that something Ulysses says? It's a game. Does that have some tie? Oh, an FPS. Does that have some tie into this, or were you just speaking in general? 2011. Global, you never played that one, but you want to? I don't know Spec Ops: The Line? Apparently not. Like, maybe if I saw gameplay, but the title doesn't ring any bell. Like, it's too generic of a title. Maybe I would have known it back in the day. So, Stelly, were you saying that this came out in 2013, or is it Spec Ops: The Line? Because I feel like we definitely had some controversial stuff in video games. Didn't... I guess this... If this came out right after Fallout 3, this probably came out before Call of Duty... Modern Warfare 2? Was that the one with the airport mission? I think that one was. It's a way better presentation of this entire lesson. That Horn said, the big reveal to it is that instead of doing spoilers, you spoilered on accident. Tanner, that game came out in 2012. It definitely informed this DLC. This came out in 2011. It was a game that was subversive to the war games of the time, like COD level graphics and such, but with a whole different message. Okay. Do I mind if you actually spoil it? Wait, spoil what? Spec Ops: The Line? I've never heard of it, so yeah, I don't really mind. I have zero intention of playing something that I've never heard about. So I think tomorrow on stream, I will go through the rest of the Divide for lore purposes, but unironically. And then we could essentially play with the spoiler policy off, I think. Because I've gone through the base game as much as I've wanted. Sure, I know I didn't do the Kings, but I didn't really have a reason to interact with them. Like, they kept to themselves, which is very smart, considering how many of the other NPCs who messed with me are still intact. And those are like the only ones that I was kind of more curious about, I guess. Based off of the end cards. Oh, and the Followers of the Apocalypse? I screwed them up somehow. I screwed up their quest. I didn't screw them up. Those would be like the only two main things that I didn't really explore too much of, I don't think. But honestly, I'm pretty pleased with the progress that I've made through the base game. I feel like I've explored a lot. I think there's like one other thing that I was missing. Oh yeah, I don't know what was up with the Remnants bunker, so I definitely screwed something up with that. By screwed something up, I mean I didn't initiate something well enough. But that's fine. Sometimes that happens. That would be stuff that I'd consider for like a second playthrough to explore a bit more. I do think I was more thorough with New Vegas than I was with Fallout 3. But that might have also been because of playing it over time in more controlled sessions rather than binging it like I was doing with Fallout 3 back in the day. May have given me more longevity. I don't know. You want to check out the airport? Oh, okay, yeah. He's trying to get me stung. You better run. So you said you wanted me to hop one of the fences? I did come up over there before. You make a call to do some firebombing or something on an enemy position, but it turns out to have been the hiding place of a bunch of civvies. If you remember correctly, your character's in denial most of the game. I see. Hop on the generators by the main building? Okay. I feel so slow. The crazy thing is I have the extra speed perk. These generators? Those ones? They're coming to get me. Guess this isn't technically a generator. Okay, I'll go back. We did it! Your internet's slow tonight? Sorry. It's hard to issue directions with the 15-second chat lag. That is on the YouTube. Sometimes it helps to occasionally double speed a stream so it catches up live because of the weird because of the weird YouTube buffering. So they definitely planned something with this, I guess. And you're free, thanks. Okay, so now that I've kind of completed the game, some thoughts, I guess. I don't want to talk about like the state of the main game just yet, at least. I'd probably need to think about it for a little bit. But as for the DLCs, I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. I was hoping I was going to like them a lot more than I did. Dead Money was okay. I liked aspects of it. But it just felt a little bit too handholdy and on rails for me. And then Honest Hearts kind of had the opposite problem until it had that problem again. And then Lonesome Road, I'm fine with leaving as I did. But obviously that doesn't help most players that would make the choice that I did in this position. Doesn't really help them contextualize anything, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, sometimes that's just how it is. There isn't always a moral of the story in real life. And the moral is what you make of it. And I definitely think nuking a place just because somebody gives you some vague cryptic hints that they might cooperate with you more later, that's just not a way to live life. Which is why Daniel got by me for not giving me a damn map and trying to coerce me to help him with something that was literally none of my business to begin with. And so what was the other DLC? Oh yeah, Old World Blues. We've definitely beat that dead horse well enough. Well enough that it wouldn't even exist in Honest Hearts. You should clarify that this is out of bounds, no way back in. I'm not too worried. I could just warp on out with my trusty Pip-Boy, right? Nearly from soft levels of unnecessary map modeling. It probably makes sense that they would have layered all of this stuff first and then added on top of it. So the original map designers might not have had, like, a knowledge of where things were going to be. And then as they fleshed out the world, it just kind of populated in one specific spot. But isn't that also kind of commonplace with the Bethesda games? Like, they overshoot and then, relatively speaking, underdeliver for like what they have in their concept phases. Like, wasn't Tamriel in the Skyrim file still? Like, as far as the map is concerned? Sounds right. I was going to say mechanically the DLCs didn't really have anything wrong, and then I remembered Old World Blues with the anti-cripple, anti-poison stuff, and that annoyed me. So I think if I were to rank the DLCs, like so far my experience with them has been a 4 out of 10, with an average being 5, so it's like not terrible, just kind of disappointing. That looks cool over there. Whew. Probably still fall to death. Where are the Deathclaws? You can get around the Southwest NCR post and see some of the cut buildings they're going to have, even still populates with loot. Oh, that's interesting. If you go to a restaurant and have a really good salad and main course, but the dessert's mid, it's still a good meal. That's kind of how I feel. That's actually a really good analogy. Like, I definitely enjoyed New Vegas. It was a bit of a blast from the past for sure. It's been too long for me, having played Fallout 3, to know if I would technically like New Vegas more than 3. The environments are very different. But I do think I preferred the environments of 3 in some ways. Like, it just felt a little bit more hostile. But to be fair, by the time I've played this one, I've already had much more experience playing these types of Bethesda games than I did when I played Fallout 3. So, like, when I was brand new to Fallout 3, there would have been no way for me to have, like, known to use my mines to deal with Cazadors. I mean, I probably could have figured it out, but, yeah. Yeah, the more that I think about it, it's like New Vegas has some really cool ideas that it's got going on for it, but they just kind of didn't really stick the execution for some of these ideas as well as I would have liked them to. Like, they do the vault, pun intended, but they just don't stick the landings. And one of the points that comes out to mind when I bring this up is the whole quest with Red Lucy. And then her still calling a stranger after everything. If only you had a dirt bike. Then we'd be playing 7 Days to Die, wouldn't we? This whole game was so brown, you get it's a desert. I'm kind of fine with that, though, because Fallout 3 was just like blue-gray. I don't know what to call it. This is pretty, though. In a low poly kind of way. Low texture kind of way. So this almost feels like what it'd be to explore the Langolier land, which I know I referenced the last time that we visited Searchlight. Is spoiler wall down or save for next stream? It's with the exception of like some of the stuff in Lonesome Road, I'll say it's down. Like, I'm fine with some spoilers for the most part. Like, I'm not going to be banning or timing anybody out for spoilers at this point. But if you guys just want me to have somewhat more of an unadulterated experience with Lonesome Road tomorrow, then you can do with that knowledge what you will. Because I've made my choice. The behind-the-scenes stuff for Mad Max Fury Road, the art director was like, it's beautiful, but it's terrible. Everything here is either orange or blue. That's it. No colors. It is kind of wild just how different all of the Mad Max films feel, with the exception of the bundle of 2 and 3. Though I haven't watched Furiosa, so maybe that one is more like Fury Road. Like, Mad Max 2 and 3 almost feel like a completely separate franchise from the first one. Yeah, I'll go back to see what the rest of the Lonesome Road is like tomorrow. But I just wanted to be clear in my position that, like, I choose to not play Ulysses' game. But for the sake of the continuity of the playthrough, the Mad Max game is kind of nice. Yeah, I actually only ever heard positive things about the game. I was like, oh, a movie franchise game? I sleep. And then more and more through the grapevine, I was like hearing that people were actually rather enjoying it. I was like, what? And then I guess like it lost support or something. Pretty picturesque. There's a lot of discourse on the canonicity of that game. Oh, really? There ain't no way that's real, is it? Okay, I know we're going to talk about what this empty space was planned for, but you know you said avoid cut content too. Oh, we're fine now. Yeah, I've completed the main game. Like, the only thing that I'm actually curious about with the main game that I haven't delved into would be what the deal was with the Remnant and that Remnant warehouse. But that's probably just on me not exploring a certain spot well enough to initiate what goes along with that. Damn, this thing just goes on. Right, what part of the country are we in now? The Mad Max community is full of weirdos. Crazy, right? Yeah. We're in the Salt Flats. We're in California now. Oh yeah, I guess I should look at my compass. I've been going south. So this would be Mexico? Just going southeast. Maybe we could hit the Gulf. Nevada and California. Oh wait, are we at the end? The thunk. Oh my god. This was all planned for Legion content? They really wanted the eastern side of the river with safe cities and routes for traders as opposed to the NCR West? Interesting. Okay, so we have just rendering distance things. That makes sense. Console limitations. Where are we? Laser detonator on the warhead. Okay, folks, so I think that's enough waffling around for tonight. I think we'll go ahead and call it there. We're definitely over time, but that's fine. I will say that is kind of my Lonesome Road DLC experience. I chose to leave the road lonely. So we'll try to figure out what all is going on after this for lore purposes tomorrow, which will be at the normal time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I will catch you all on the next one. Thanks for sticking around. Take care. Stay safe. Last Protagonist out.